I'm going to give you three crucial lessons a father should be teaching their children in order to have a successful, healthy life. Number one, respect for others' boundaries. Teaching your children respect and not giving them this false sense of entitlement, thinking that they can overstep marks, do things, or they have the consent to do things as they will. Teach them boundaries, teach them respect, teach them kindness, teach them that there are certain things that they can't do. They need to have a mutual respect, whether it's a friendship, relationship, or in a workplace. It just keeps them grounded. It allows them to not overstep their mark and facing a lot of consequences later on in life. Because the kids nowadays, the things I see them do, even adults, they really overstep their boundaries. They do things and think there's not going to be any consequences, or that they think what they're doing is not wrong. Like boys and girls, just seeing them touch other people inappropriately, it's just like, whoa, what are you doing? What gives you the right to think that this is okay? And them not being taught to respect other people's boundaries, they don't even believe they're doing anything wrong. And then they end up facing a police response, being fired from work, or there is some sort of repercussion, but they're confused because they don't believe they've done anything wrong. So make sure this is taught to children from a young age, because it is unacceptable to think that you have control over another person's body, or you have a right to someone else's body. Respect boundaries. Teach your kids, please. Number two, critical thinking. There's a lot of people nowadays. You can just give them information and they'll go along. No matter if it's fake, made up. It is actually astonishing how people are unable to think for themselves nowadays. They're just given something and they just run with it. And I see this all the time. I see people repost things which are fake. I've seen people send me stuff. I'm just like, where did you get this source from? Oh, I found it online. And did you fact check it? Did you do your research? Did you know where the original source came from? I mean, these are things that my parents taught me, but these are also things I've learned throughout my study. We in university, when we have to hand in our thesis, we can't just go on Google and just put that in our work. No, it has to come from a reliable source. So teach your kids how to question things and not just to go along to get along because they're afraid to be unpopular, because they end up being mindless robots. What's the word? NPCs, non participating characters. Like a lot of people nowadays, they just believe what they see and they just mimic it. And they end up realizing that they didn't live their life. They ended up living someone else's because they never questioned anything. They just did what everybody else did. And then they end up being depressed because they don't have an identity and they realize that their life has no meaning, because of course your life ain't gonna have no meaning. What did you do? What did you do in life because you wanted to do it? Or did you do everything in life because someone else told you to do it? What you saw, what you heard. So it's very vital to teach your kids to question things. Number three, the value in delayed gratification. Teach your kids to invest in themselves, invest in their education, invest their money, save their money, be patient, work hard, and then reap the reward later. You don't get something for nothing. A lot of people nowadays, they want this instant reward. That's why people are so quick to get scammed by these get rich quick schemes because people don't want to work nowadays. That's why a lot of people complain and they don't have anything. And my father just taught me the values in being patient, taught me the values of saving, of working hard. Don't just party every single weekend, because how are you supposed to grow? Like someone said, how do you get to go on these amazing holidays? I save. How do you get to buy that house? I save. I don't waste money. I'm not like, thank God it's Friday. How many people say, thank God it's Friday? What do you mean, thank God it's Friday? So you're gonna, all the things that you worked for, you're just gonna waste because it's a Friday, because it's the weekend. That doesn't make any sense. How do you expect to have anything? You want this quick fun, you want this quick euphoric moment, whether you go to the clubs or whatever you do on the weekend, but they don't want to save. And then 10, 15 years later, they say it's the government's fault, or they find someone to blame. That's why it's just very crucial to teach your kids about the greatness in delayed gratification, and thinking 10, 15, 20 years ahead will set you up for life, for freedom. Or maybe you just want to be a corporate slave for the rest of your life, which is okay. Maybe you just want to live from check to check. If that's what you want, then continue doing what you're doing. But in order to raise winners, teach your children the importance of delayed gratification. Thank you for watching. And if I missed anything, let me know in the comments.